For me, the Mandela effect's an evil thing. In my opinion, I know not a lot of people are going to agree with me, and that's fine. You know, that's my opinion. But how do I see that as a good thing? Oh, and who's making these changes? Is it God?
So you look at the Mandela effect itself as like a kind of a negative thing, negative thing, negative thing.
Three, two, one.
This is a Pinguinati production.
Okay, so the Mandela effect is not a good thing. Something negative is happening here.
I haven't been going to church. I haven't been going to church. I haven't been going to church.
So you look at the Mandela effect itself as like a kind of a negative thing. So I like you're a Christian, right? Hazel Fiver, you believe in God. You do
I do,
believe in the
yeah, I do
create.
believe in God. I do believe in God. Yes, I grew up as a Christian. I did go to many different types of churches because my mother was trying to find a religion that, that she could understand and relate to. So I did go as a kid, as a kid. For me, the Mandela effect's an evil thing. In my opinion, I know not a lot of people are going to agree with me, and that's fine. You know, that's my opinion. But how do I see that as a good thing? Oh, and who's making these changes? Is it God? Is it the devil? So people are going to say, if someone's going to be making changes, you know, um, to reality, there's deception there. How can that be a good thing? To different types of churches and see different things. So for me, I go on the negative. This thing is not a good thing.
That the Mandela effect is real. The Mandela effect, where like you couldn't sleep and then you were watching videos, then you're like, okay, this is a real phenomenon. This is something that's actually happening.
When I knew it, for me, I was like, okay, this has to be. I thought at first I thought it was a joke, like maybe people are just posting stuff that is wrong because I know that it's the Lion of the Lamb. So when I went to the Bible and I started looking and reading, I'm like, how can that text on the Bible be different? How? This is the King James version, So I went to other versions, other Bible versions, and they all said the wolf. I'm like, how is this possible? I know. So it was the lion, not no freaking wolf. So for me, it was like it really did it was unsettling and disturbing. It's just, oh, what the heck? I don't know what I'm seeing and what is happening here. Am I in a dream, just realizing what is it? I didn't know what was going on. So yeah, that's so I had to research it. I had to start researching it, for myself, for my own sanity, just to, I was like, no, 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 no. And then I could find stuff in books and stuff that, that pointed back to it. So I was like, okay, I know I'm not losing it here.
What
So
so what happened from there? So like so you're up. at 3 in the morning, and you're looking at this phenomenon, and then like what were the days after? Like was your mind like continuously on, like what's happening? I
Yeah.
need to research.
Yes.
I need to figure out what the hell is going on. Like you
Absolutely.
start to get obsessed.
Yes. I got to the point I was like insomniac. I couldn't sleep. I had bags under my eyes, staying up late, freaking lost weight. I was like, okay, something really crazy is going on. I asked people about it. They didn't want to talk about it. Some people knew about it. Some people were like, oh, come on, that's just all nonsense. How can it be nonsense? And then I would ask them about the Bible verse, and they would all say the Lion and the Lamb. And I said, really? Well, it's not. And it's like, oh, don't, you're just thinking too far into it, thinking too much about it. And how? And then, the the geography, the land masses, that have changed on the maps. Oh, how is that possible? So, yeah. So it was just just constantly thinking about it. And
So,
years,
do you think God is causing the Mandela effect? Do you think God is involved with the Mandela effect at all?
I think he's allowing it.
But I guess my point is that is there a conspiracy? Is there a conspiracy like they're like just like as we are aware of the changes happening. When I say that somebody's Mandela affected, I don't mean that. Like what I mean is that they are aware that is happening.
There are those that will just say that this is nothing's happening. I feel like, okay, someone would say, well, for those that have Alzheimer's, they're forgetting stuff. Is it a good thing? No. And it hurts people, families. You know, for me, the Mandela effect is an evil thing. In my opinion, I know not a lot of people are going to agree with me, and that's fine. You know, that's my opinion. But how do I see that as a good thing? Oh, and who's making these changes? Is it God? Is it the devil? So people are going to say, if someone's going to be making changes, you know, um, to reality, there's deception there. How can that be a good thing?
Like losing one's memory, you're no longer living in the same reality as anybody else
Yeah,
because everybody else is because like your memories have changed. So you look at the Mandela effect itself as like a kind of a negative thing. So I like you're a Christian, right? Hazel Fiver, you believe in God. You do
I do.
believe in the
Yeah, I do
create.
believe in God. I do believe in God. Yeah, changes are being allowed to happen, and this is, you know, allowed to happen. Which, why would he do that? Everybody and say, yeah, it's a good thing. I don't believe that.
If God is not, causing the changes, thing is under God's control. Would you agree with that idea at least?
Yeah. Why is he allowing it? I don't know. I don't know that answer.
That's a big question.
There's something going on. So when the Bible's changing, on something that you actually remember, how can there, like the lion and, the lion and the lamb, where did this wolf come from? And now that there's this wolf, Bible should not be changing. It should not. That's a physical matter that I have in my house or holding in my hand. I'm reading from, and all of a sudden there's a wolf.